So, I'd like to question this entire penthouse. I mean, we're getting close to the scene where you have your next boss type encounter, and suddenly the game world stops making sense for me. Like, is this how Maggie gets to work? Every morning she rides a gigantic elevator, then another elevator, then crosses this huge complex. I mean, isn't there an express way to get to where you're going?
Well, don't some major skyscrapers actually force you to change elevators when going up?
Yeah, but change 6 elevators? I mean, to be fair, we haven't really been using personnel elevators. And there have been some evidence of personnel elevators, although not enough,
we
really.
have definitely been taking the serviceman's entrance.
But yeah,
So
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And this place that we're in now, is this a residential place or is this an office? I can't even tell what this is supposed to be.
It's
The
supposed
glass
to be
says
level.
utility? We're in utility. I'm going by the glass.
You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that no building ever constructed has ever actually had a utility level. It's just all video games. There's no actual real world counterpart to the video game's utility area.
Yes, EMP grenades. Hopefully you bring them with you. I mean, the game throws them at you, but you don't know you'll need them. I didn't take them with me because I was ghosting, and, you know, so I'm not going to set off any alarms and have to fight robots. And then you have a couple mandatory robots that you must deal with.
Isn't there supposed to be a guard in here? Maybe that's on a different...
Why would you... Oh, I guess they take up inventory space. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't need that. I haven't needed anything like that up until now.
Well, are you talking about the two at the heliport or whatever? I mean, because they had EMPs in that area.
Oh, fucking
yeah,
hell.
but you had to run past them and search. It wasn't like there were several. There were exactly 2. So you better not miss, and you have to run past them and search the place to find them.
That is true.
Oh, I just hated it so bad. I thought it was just so terrible and arbitrary. Especially since there weren't a lot of other ways to beat those robots. Although, can you hack them?
Not that I
if you get the proper upgrade, but it's like the last one on the line.
Yeah, at this point in the game, I was focused on stealth, and I had all these non-lethal weapons in my pistol, and I think I had like a shotgun or something I was planning on selling. And then I got up here, and it's fight the giant robots, and I didn't have anything for dealing with them.
Typhoon, son. Oh, what the fuck is this? It's a giant robot at the beginning of the level.
Luckily, you apparently become invincible when you use the Typhoon.
Yes.
Oh, I broke the door. Yeah, cutscene immunity when you use the Typhoon. Must be really nice to have that ability. Okay, so if you had saved Windmill by giving him a gun, this would be where he comes in and talks to you and transfers like 2,000 credits to your account.
Just add the goodness.
I love this view. Oh my goodness, this is so gorgeous. I sat here this entire elevator ride with my face pressed against the glass. I mean, this is a really good looking elevator, even with the patterns of light on the wall opposite you. It's just really cool. Although, yeah, Upper Hangshaw does look like a giant golf course. It's like, that is a lot of... They built this giant platform up here and then just covered it in grass.
Yeah.
Seems like this real estate would be in an extreme premium.
Well, probably it.
So that's pretty wild to leave it that... Like, again, why not just make your buildings...
Fuck, I forgot how long this elevator was.
Wasn't that actually in your, wasn't that in your book, Seamus, Free Radical? Back where, like, they had, like, a lawn in the front that was just crazy expensive and an obvious show of ostentatiousness? That they'd taken all this extremely valuable space and turned it into a lawn.
Yep. So, yeah. Guilty. I did the same thing.
It's got to come up at Tai Young investor board meetings where it's like, why are we spending this much on real estate?
Well,
Okay,
it's not
this-
just Tai Young Medical up here.
We're about to have this encounter. We're about to enter a cutscene, get sucker punched, then be in the middle of a kind of a fight that's pretty one-dimensional.
You have a level 5 safe to hack for it.
I suggest that this is another outsourced boss fight, even though it's not a boss enemy that you're fighting. All the mechanics here have the fingerprints of the people that wrote the other boss fights all over it. This is just how they roll. And so that's what I think this is. This is another outsourced boss encounter.
If it wasn't outsourced, it is probably one of, if not the poorest design levels in the entire game.
Yeah.
I agree. It's I don't even care so much about how the fight was, because, you know, you can exploit your way past it. It's just, I really hated how my character acted so stupid in the cutscene. That's coming up. My least favorite thing in a video game is where my character does something really stupid that I can't prevent.
Obviously stupid. It's one thing if you get fooled by something that might be, oh, I can see it coming, but it's subtle.
Or maybe if it was, you know, character related, where she used Megan against him in a real strong emotional way.
Right, but no, she's just obviously walking behind him, and he just stands there like a lunkhead.
And she has that line afterwards, like men always underestimate women.
Before we go in there, I just want to point this out. So Zhao is probably, well, I guess the game hasn't actually mentioned the Illuminati by this point, but that particular email right there gives a pretty good clue into how Zhao's character works. And if you read that, you know, Adam probably shouldn't be stupid enough to fall for anything that she said.
Right. Somebody suggested she has a Casey Og, which I think would give him even more reason to like doesn't his Casey Og counter hers or something?
I didn't mean to.
You meet someone later bring you into it.
And she's not using
there
it
are
here.
other augments of your level that are immune to Casey Ogs. You would think that
and she
kind of a
doesn't.
requirement for military augment.
And she hadn't used it there when you walked in.
So where's Megan?
And you already walked in. Nice
got it
place
wrong.
you've got here.
You think I'm
Such
behind
a
it all,
lame
but I'm
action
not.
hero.
What the fuck is that collar?
The hired help.
You're the head of a billion-dollar mega corporation.
I don't know, I'd rock that
And
collar
you
if I
think
could
that
pull
will
it off.
protect me? But
Stab
it
her.
doesn't. These men,
Typhoon.
they're bigger than Sarif, bigger than Tayo. I'm nothing compared to their
Again,
ambition.
it's so weird that aesthetic
What are you
works.
talking about?
I mean, it does. It looks gorgeous. It's just surreal.
Sarif knows.
If you would have given me
Ask him.
Victorian, yellow,
He thought he
polygonal,
could protect staff with
cyberpunk,
subdermal GPLs.
I would have laughed at you.
But these men,
Yeah.
they control global interests at a whim.
It's not really Victoria. Isn't
One
it supposed to be
cold
Renaissance?
packets, And the implants couldn't be heard.
Meh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Renaissance,
To here to kill me.
but
You've got
like
to help
bad Renaissance fashion.
It's pretty
me.
Elizabeth.
You've made it this far.
I mean, but at least that part kind of ties into the
Stab
awkward
her.
Icarus
Surely.
thing they're going for.
Like, wow, she could
is so
actually
stupid.
shove you out the door.
Men never.
Why do you
This
just
is like-
stand there? Why could she shove you? Why do you just stand there while she lowers the screen? Why are you just standing here while she's talking to you? Why did any of that happen? And like,
Why did you let her? Why did you let her behind you? I can understand. You're like, all right, I'll listen to what she has to say, but you let her rub up against you from behind. That is just. That isn't just. Wow, a bad judgment call. That is dumb. That is just stupid. Like, I wanted Adam to die here because he deserves it. Adam, you need to be called.
To be fair, it is
Hello.
a 110-pound girl just pushed a man made out of metal that must weigh 500 pounds out a door.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
yeah.
expect it either. So
I was a little, you know, for some reason, what kind of annoys me is the fact, not only that she gloats about it, which pissed me off, but like the line she has something like, "Ah, men will always underestimate women." That kind of felt like it was rubbing it in a little bit, because no, I totally didn't underestimate her. She's obviously greatly over. They did this in Baldur's Gate, where there's like Baldur's Gate 2. There's this NPC who screwed you over in Baldur's Gate 2 and in Baldur's Gate 2 Throne of Baal. And both times your character couldn't do anything about it, and the guy's like, "Ah, I'm such a great trickster." No, you're not. I saw it coming. You're just
got the GM on your side.
You've got the GM on your side, and now you're gloating about your ability to trick people, which is non-existent. And in this case, because she's expanding it to the entire male sex, including me in that, which I don't know.
Well, that's debatable, Rutskarn. I mean, there was that whole paternity thing earlier.
I want Adam to reply with, "Yeah, well, women are bad drivers."
Use the Casey infuriate. Go back to the kitchen. Oh god, I hate
Can I use this elevator?
There's actually a comparable scene later in Montreal where you're waiting for an elevator, and it works so much better than this level.
I forget the scene though.
It's where you're waiting for the elevator to take you down to the secret underground layer under Montreal.
Oh, please tell me I'm not going all the way back.
Oh, right.
Oh, fuck.
You took the wrong elevator.
I didn't know I could use this elevator. I thought they'd lock it down. No, I'm going all the way back down to the fucking office.
Okay, let's
I'm gonna back out of here.
This.
There and back again. A Moron's Tale by Josh.
Uh-oh, there's an alarm going off.
Yeah, the alarm restarts.
Jensen, I'm coming to pick you up. You anywhere near their hangar bay?
I'm heading there now.
Oh, see, this elevator, completely different elevator. I don't know how you could confuse the two, Josh. This one is a slightly different shade, a slightly different color. How could you confuse these two?
Okay, so we're finally on our way out of this place.
Yep, so we've got two robots here, two robots.
Yeah, if you've got an EMP grenade, they're pretty trivial to deal with. And if you happen to not have them, then they're a bastard.
We could do that, I suppose, or we could do this.
Josh, when you say that,
he stands there taking bullets to the face the whole time. Oh yeah, they blow up.
Well done.
God damn it, I'm on another fucking elevator.
Can't get enough of these elevators,
Fuck you all.
Chris, you were saying something.
So, I was just going to say, isn't it weird that both Deus Ex and Deus Ex Human Revolution present the Illuminati as sort of incompetent?
I think that's odd too. I think they would be. I think they'd be much more interesting if they were not incompetent.
Because really, the bad guys for both games are not the Illuminati. In both games, it's sort of the Illuminati was in control, and then some fringe group that's even worse comes about.
Yes.
This is the stupidest weapon ever. I just want to say that. What possible use could the Typhoon have in real combat? You run up to people and then do some stupid-looking X-Man move, and then ball bearings fly out of your
Josh,
arms.
this is kind of a prototype. It's the beta. No, it's the alpha of a device that makes soldiers temporarily invincible. So far, they just haven't figured out how to do it without the bomb exploding and killing everyone nearby part.
Somehow I got Smooth Operator, which is the thing that happens when you don't set off any alarms.
You set off every single fucking alarm!
Yes!
I know!
It's been nothing but alarm. Like, we couldn't hear each other commentating over the
What?
over the din of continuous
Damn
ringing
right you will.
alarms everywhere.
A major plot point was the sounding of an alarm.
I think, you know what? I think the game gave you smooth
Why can't I
operator
typhoon
sarcastically.
Why can't I typhoon through Zhao's door?
Quote, smooth, unquote, operator. Minus
Yeah.
5,000 points.
I'm taking away 4 Praxis kits.
I'm confiscating
When
your
Zhao
augments.
pushed you through the door, she stole like 8 Praxis kits out of your pocket.
And put a grenade in there.
So here's another place that's kind of odd. We just kind of
Are you sure about
go
this?
to Montreal,
I mean, it's not
which is
some
where
tiny cable station
Picus
you're
Media
infiltrating.
is.
Zhao mentioned an Eliza and a phone call
Because
to
why
Picus.
not?
Put them together and,
And,
Eliza Kassan is in on this.
We just show up on the top of the Picus building, and that's it. We run through the Picus building and do stuff, and then
We can argue the fine
eventually we
points
run
later.
under the Picus
Set me
building.
down on the
which-
tower.
This Picus building looks ridiculous. For what little you see of it, it doesn't look like a building that could possibly support the weight that's at the top, but whatever.
I really wish Montreal had been a quest hub.
Jensen, it's Pritchard.
Right.
Malik tells me
You know,
want
you don't-
Eliza Kassan's location.
This is
If it's not too much
like-
trouble.
It's not.
like a good
I
like
bypassed
20% of the
firewall
game
easily,
where you
and
don't
I've
have
pulled up a
access
3D
to
model of their
any
floor plan. Her office is in the
stores.
tower, room 404.
On my way.
And that's that's after, if you include this with Tai Young Medical. This is back to back with Tai Young Medical, and you really needed a shop or something between the two. I mean, not needed, but it just felt like, oh, I've been saving this stuff for hours, and now, I still can't use it. And in fact, I've been carrying this stuff around for all this time, and I'm just gonna have to throw it down because there's nothing I can do with it. It just felt like, even if there was just a quick stop place to unload this stuff, it would have felt much better.
You know, honestly, I would have been okay with the game not allowing you to sell weapons and ammo.
Right, but once they do that, it opens up this can of worms that we've been talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we've discussed this a few times before, I guess.
Right, where it's like, well, if there's game is going to have shops, then you need them to come at a certain interval, or it's just frustrating, and you end up hoarding items that you don't need in anticipation of selling them. Then you throw them all on the ground, figure fine, and then you find a shop.
So this is a really cool little bit of set piece. Is you kind of come in here and there's just nobody around.
Jensen,
I did like that.
something's
That
not
was a
right.
nice touch. I mean,
And-
it saved them a lot of
you
time
don't-
too.
Global News Network.
You don't know what's going
Why
on,
isn't
but rather
anyone
than just
answering
like
their
leaving it
phones?
like
I'll get back
pristine,
to you
you've
on
got
that.
stuff like just this little coffee cup that was spilled. So why wasn't it cleaned up? Well, obviously the person left in a
Looks like
hurry, or
everyone left
or
in
all
a hurry,
these
Pritchard.
these
Place
papers
is
lying
deserted.
around.
Because somebody triggered a fire alarm and then silenced it. I suggest you find Miss Kassan quickly and get out of
Between
I
all
liked
these
that
offices.
we're the Adam Jensen, Seraph Janitor. I liked that they did stuff to make it look like, you know, people worked here and suddenly they were evacuated without warning. What the fuck? There's a Praxis kit in that drawer?
Come on, Josh. That guy been saving that Praxis kit for Friday night, you know? It's like, oh man,
hate
it's been
it
such
now.
a shitty week. Been getting all sorts of new projects. My boss has been my ass. When I come in Monday, I'm gonna have to fix all the problems we created this week. I'm just looking forward to getting back, chilling, and making myself be able to fly with my own flatulence.
Okay, so that's basically it. I have all the upgrades I want. And
so you're gonna get the parachute AUG so you don't plummet to your death off a ladder.
But that's funny.
I hate you so much. I hate you infinity.
Josh, it's maybe the one situation which your suffering isn't funny.
Because it's not your
All these
suffering, it's
drawers
our
full of monies.
suffering.
Oh.
That's what I like to do, is file money into random file cabinets at work. Like a little surprise for
Money?
everybody.
That goes under M. No, it goes under D for dollar.
Oh, no,
what
it goes
about
under C
C
for
for
cash.
Zal tell you I was coming, Miss Kassan?
Please, call me Eliza.
Okay, so
Tell me
obviously
why she
something
didn't
is
tell
up
me.
if
She does not
she's
know
the
you
only
have
one
discovered
here.
this connection.
So how did you
And
find
she's
out?
talking
I
to us
have
with
been
this
watching
weird
you for
voice.
some time.
Right.
Ever since receiving orders to temporarily disrupt satellites over the Detroit metropolitan area 6 months ago.
The night Megan's team was taken.
She's just acting a
jammed
little
their
bit too
GPL,
creepy.
so everyone
I
would
mean,
think they were
it's, you know,
dead.
obviously it's foreshadowing.
Yes,
Also, she looks absolutely
although I only came
ridiculous.
to that conclusion later.
Well, there's that. She
found
looks like
my
a Final
realization.
Fantasy VIII villain, but...
What the hell?
Disturbing.
I mean, there's
I wish we
there's
could discuss
fashion
this further,
statements, and then there's
But it seems I have
this.
alerted them to your presence.
This is a fashion statement.
leave
The
now,
fashion statement says,
maybe you
I
can
am a
escape.
crazy
Oh, I'm
person.
leaving. But you're coming with me.
And she's like the most internationally renowned news anchor in the entire
I'm
world.
sorry, Adam. I truly
Also,
am.
a hologram, because we have those now.
Surprise, Denton! I'm a ghost!
Jensen, get
I
out
like
there
how
now.
the
you
holograms
saw that,
here
Richard.
look absolutely
Later.
realistic
Right now,
when
I'm detecting
in
multiple
Deus
radio
Ex
signals
of
converging
the
on your
future,
location.
they
It's
look
a trap.
really
We know
like
that. And I'm not leaving
like they
without
did in
Eliza
Star
Kassan.
Wars,
So
like these
find her
floating
while I look for a way to
blue
get downstairs.
light constructions that are obviously holograms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, it feels like all the technology regressed from Deus Ex 1 to Deus Ex Human Revolutions. That's why I pretend they're not in the same continuity.